Hello, to bring you back. I'm just going to try and give you a little bit more of an insight into the BMW F650GS now that I've had it 3 weeks or so. So here goes. Just going to interject here. I got the wheel sizes wrong. Mine, the GS, has got a 19-inch spoked front wheel. The Dakar has got a 21-inch spoked front wheel. They've all got 17s on the rear, and the CS and whatever the other one is has got alloy wheels, some size. So anyway, mine's got a 19 front, and the Dakar has got a 21 front and a lot taller suspension. So ignore what I say in the bit coming up if I edit this in the correct place. Well, typically, as soon as I start filming, it starts blowing a gale. So what I'm going to do first thing is I'm just going to start it up. Right, so I've covered most of it in the last video. It's an F650GS, BMW 2002 on a 51 plate, single cylinder, 652cc, I think, about 50 horsepower. Not sure of the torque, but there's plenty of it. There's a few varieties of this Rotax engine in some different disguises. There's a CS, which is a sort of commuter bike with like a top box built into the dummy tank. There's the Dakar, which has got a 19-inch front wheel spoked. This has got a 17-inch front wheel and they're spoked. The CS has got alloy rims. There was the Funduro, which had actually got a belt drive. I think it was the first one they came out with in this sort of engine package. It was the Funduro. There are some others. It became a G650 a little bit later, and then they started putting an 800cc twin engine in it, but still called it the 650, which was strange. There's another version of it which is a pure touring looking thing. I can't remember the name of it. It's a very strange looking beast. Right, here we are, wind again, blowing a gale again. So what didn't I cover, or didn't I get right in the first video? Right, this is not the ABS option one. They had the option of ABS on this year. This hasn't got ABS. It's got the ABS reluctor ring on the back and the pickup, but they all have that. That's just for the speed sensor. So you know, your odometer. So yeah, the speed sensor's there, the reluctor ring's in there somewhere. Oh, I can't see it now. Yeah, typically, I'm sure. Oh, it is down there. It's right down in the middle, the reluctor ring. But on the front, there's space for the ring and a space for the pickup if your bike is equipped. So it doesn't have the ABS pump. Where the ABS on-off switch would normally be, we've just got a blank switch looking thing, but there's nothing under it. So out the wind again. So I suppose there's pluses and minuses for that. If I decide to do a bit of green laning, that's great because it hasn't got ABS, but you could turn the ABS off on the ABS model, so there you go. Something I just didn't check when I saw the videos and the photos of it, because I bought it from a dealer purely on a whim. I saw the sensor and that on the back, and I assumed they all had ABS, but it hasn't. But that's fine, no problem. Yeah, it's very, very light and very, very comfortable. Hang on, I'm gonna turn round. The wind is going berserk now. I think of anything else I need to show you. Heated grips from the factory, which is nice having them on there already. Switch there for them, high and low setting. Bark busters from the factory, little tin sump guard. You can get heavy duty upgrades and engine bars and all sorts. Now the luggage, I actually put the top box on this morning, which is this, which came with it. I tested it and I can actually fit my full-faced helmet in that, so I used it this morning. Went to Scarborough, so when I got there I chucked my helmet and some bits of gloves and stuff in there, and then wandered off not having to carry my helmet around, so that was handy. So what I've decided to do is dig out the pannier racks again. These are add-on accessory givey ones, and I've given them a rub down and a coat of paint, so they're going back on. Let's turn you around. Yeah, I hope this comes out. Blooming wind kicked up straight away. Yeah, it came with some giant panniers, which I don't need, and I had a stroke of luck. I managed to sell them. I managed to give them to a mate who wanted some giant panniers. These are givey ones, and he's bought me a set of small panniers that I do want, so they're coming in a couple of days, so it's worked out fine. I'm going for my usual E22 givey E22Ns. They're just little ones, so that, you know, I'm not going touring anywhere. But I thought, after today's little trip to Scarborough, which is about 140 miles round trip, and using the top box, I thought, you know, I've got the pannier stuff. I might as well, you know, have it if I need it. So I've got a brand new set of new small panniers coming, so that's going to be spot on. What else can I tell you about the bike? Yeah, it's very, very small, very comfortable, nice and light, 173 kilos dry. Never seems to use any fuel whatsoever. It came with a full tank. I've done 200 miles odd on it so far, and the petrol light hasn't even come on yet. It's got a 17 litre tank, 4 litres of which is after the petrol light. So I haven't used 13 litres yet, and I've done 200 and something miles. So I'm running around on free petrol at the moment that came with it. So that was just a bonus. I've got full service history with it, which was nice, all from BMW. And it had a chain and sprockets. I could tell it had a chain and sprockets because they look brand new, but at least I know both sprockets have been done. Yeah, just before the guy sold it, it had chain and sprockets. It also had a full service, everything, and a rear brake disc and pads, I believe. Loads of stuff it's had done. It's just like bill after bill after bill from BMW over the years, all just service stuff. Oh, and it had the valve clearances done as well just recently. So it's good to go. It's great. He traded it in for another BM, so at least I know he's not, you know, it's not been traded in for any dubious reasons. And he's had it since, I think he was the second owner, or or was he the first owner? Anyway, he's had it almost from new. Excuse me. So I've done all right. It's fine. It's great. And like I say, I did 140 mile an hour round trip this morning. Absolutely fine. It's not a fast bike by any means, but hurricane winds again. Yeah, it's not a fast bike by any means. Sorry, I haven't got a stand on this camera. But if you want it to get up and go, you just use the revs over 4,500 revs, and then it suddenly picks up and sort of digs in. You feel all the torque coming in. So pottering around, it feels quite, not sluggish. I guess because I've had bikes twice the size and twice the power, it feels what it is. You can tell it's only 50 horsepower. But when you want to get a shift on, just get it past 4,500 revs and it suddenly springs into life. And for a little single cylinder thumper, it's great. It will sit at 70 all day, no problem whatsoever. It's really happy at 80, but unfortunately you can't really do that. Maybe on motorways you could probably get away with sitting at 80, I suppose. Then you'd be doing 10 mile an hour less than all the cars. But for my means, A roads, country roads, it's perfect, absolutely perfect. All of you knocking around within the speed limit, it's just lovely. It's slow and comfortable like me. So there you go. And can't think of anything else to tell you about it. I said, yeah, it's got stainless spoke wheels with alloy rims. Obviously it's got tubed tyres. The tyres are fine. They are Metzler Torrents. They are absolutely fine, actually, in the wet or the dry. I can see in maybe 1,000 miles I will have to change them. I'm not sure what for. I'm thinking about going a little bit more off-road biased because of all of the dual sport adventure type enduro bikes I've ever owned, apart from the KLR 600. It's the most off-road worthy, I think, because of the weight, and lots of people do take them off-road and they're fine. So I'm gonna explore doing some green laning on it. I'm not talking about great big ruts, and just green laning, just grass and gravel basically. Yeah, I'm going to explore that and get some fun out of it. But yeah, great, happy with it. Seems to be, it's just fun. It's just a really good fun bike. It's nice to have a bike that you've got to sort of use its power to get you going along. It's not like most of the bikes I've owned, certainly for the last 20 odd years, you're only ever using a quarter of the power or the throttle, if that. This thing you can use all of the power. So yeah, it's good fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's sublimely comfortable. It's very low. It's perfect. I can throw it around, push it around the garden. Yeah, it was a good suggestion from my mate Swampy. Absolutely, yeah, brilliant. I'm glad he come up with this. So anyway, there you go. Sorry about the camera work. I've literally pulled this old phone out of the cupboard and had to figure out how to use it to film. So, and I've got no stand or anything for it. Anyway, that's it. Peace and love. Enough waffle. Up and springy. When I've thrown the scaffold back on it and got the new panniers, I'll chuck all that on it and give you a quick, here it is with the luggage that I wasn't going to use, but now I am because I never changed my mind. Peace and love. Take care. I'm springy. See you soon.